It's dreary and miserable throughout much of the Midwest, but we've got football to perk up our spirits. That's the good news. At Paul Brown Stadium, that's where we're at here in Cincinnati. This crowd loves their orange and black. The scene just a short time ago, they were in full roar as their guys burst out of the locker room. We're ready for football as the Bengals get set to do battle with the Cleveland Browns. The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final 2 bring us as we're off in Week 9? Second-round pick, this is Joe Mixon, and he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. Give him 3 there on the first play of the game, and it's second down. Burrow going to give this to Mixon. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. 10 yards there on a Bengal first.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run. And let's face it, this shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down. Otherwise, it's going to be a long afternoon.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now it's Burrow. He finds Matthews. 3 yards the gain there, second down. This defense for the Browns, they were excellent a week ago in the win over Pittsburgh.
And no matter what coverage was called, they were right in the hip pockets of the receivers all game long. Step for step, running their routes with them. Turned out they were right there every time the ball was in the air, and they came away with 5 interceptions in that one.
They go play action with Burrow. Dumps it off to Mixon. It's a 4-yard pickup, and that'll make it 3rd down. So this rivalry, Charles, here in the Buckeye State, Cincinnati and Cleveland, you know, you felt like for a while it took a dip as these 2 franchises struggled. But now, I think this rivalry is budding again as one of the best under-the-radar rivalries in the NFL.
I agree with you absolutely, because both of these teams have the arrow pointing up. They kind of solved their quarterback issues. They're building up their rosters. But one of the most defining moments in this rivalry to me wasn't even in a Bengals game. It was a Seahawks-Bengals game. And head coach Sam Peich addressed the crowd and emphasized that Cincinnati was the place to be.
Well, Charles, I think his exact words were, you don't live in Cleveland, you live in Cincinnati. Burrow on play action. Incomplete. So, Charles, you look at this offense, and really on paper, at least, a great situation for them upcoming. They're unbeaten on the year, an open week coming up after this. So, I guess my question, any worry that maybe this is coming at the wrong time?
Oh, definitely I would be worried about this game, maybe more than any other on the schedule, because I know my guys are looking ahead to that open week. I've got to keep them focused on the task ahead, make sure they take care of business in this one. Otherwise, you're talking about a double trap. The trap of losing the game and then having the open week and having to stew about it.
And they're going to have another 1st down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 37. Burrow to his old LSU teammate Chase for a Bengal 1st. Mixon with a first down carry. And he'll slice his way down to the 30 with a pickup of 7. This defense for the Browns, they were excellent a week ago in the win over Pittsburgh.
And I don't know what the actual percentages are, and I don't know the analytics when you create 5 turnovers or takeaways in a game. But coaches always said, when you create a number that high, your chances of winning are 98%. I haven't seen that number quantified. Unbelievable. Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early on.
There to make the stop. This defense for the Browns, they were excellent a week ago in the win over Pittsburgh.
And how'd you like to be the quarterback reviewing the game tape from last week and seeing this defense on the spot on almost every snap? If the ball was in the air, they took it away. If the ball was popped free, they picked it up. 5 takeaways in last week's game.
They'll buy some time right. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away. Well, this defense for the Browns, they were excellent a week ago in the win over Pittsburgh.
Yeah, and what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
Here we go. 13th play now coming on this opening drive. Here's 3rd down.
11.
From the shotgun, it's Burrow. He gets this in the hands of Mixon. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up the 1st and goal.
And oftentimes we think about statement drives in the second halves of games, especially in the 4th quarter. But here, it's happening early. A definite statement. They've held on to the ball for a healthy portion of this 1st quarter already. And now after that completion, they're set up 1st and goal. I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes. But the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal.
43 is the line. Your track. Spot.
Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon. Things made a little more difficult after the false start as they try again on 2nd and goal. After the penalty, it's Mixon. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. A nice run there as he picks up 6. It's going to be 3rd and goal now. Driven it down the field nicely here on the opening drive, and now it's put up or shut up.
No doubt about it, because to make that type of a drive and ultimately kick a field goal will feel very disappointing. I'm just wondering, is the coach thinking, is this 4-down territory? Might he go for it?
He's going to be marked down very close to the 1st down marker, but it looks like he's a yard short. First drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on 4th. They'll run for it. It's Ingram. And he takes it into the end zone. Touchdown, Bengals. Mark Ingram, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Bengals take it right down and score on the opening drive. The point after through the raindrops, 2nd good. Now the 7-0 game. So after the made field goal, here's McPherson to send this one away. Donovan Peoples-Jones now from the end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. up now, 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line. And he rolls across the 20 to the 24-yard line. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Partner, it's not often that I expect the running backs to eclipse 100 yards in back-to-back games. But he left 100 way behind last week. I think he's going to do it again. I'm expecting 150 or more.
And last week, AFC Offensive Player of the Week. So if he does what you say he might, maybe he'll get another one.
Hey, I think he's locked in.
They go play action. Mayfield being chased out left. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. 4 yards there as they let him out of the pocket, and he got enough for the first.
That was an excellent job of recognizing the situation. His first read wasn't there. Heck, his second read wasn't there. But he bought himself a little extra time scrambling out of the pocket, got to the sticks, and picked up the first down.
Mayfield off the play fake. Dancing to his left. Now he's going to let it go deep, back over the middle. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Done by first round, Trent Williams. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going.
They're at the halfway point of the season, Charles. 8-0. What a great start. Clearly a Super Bowl contender.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah gets him for a loss of 5. He is so tough to handle on the blitz, and that's Exhibit A. After 1-7-0 on EA Sports.
Here we go.
Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack.
12. Hey, let's get that ball, D. Let's get that ball.
Here's Burrow. And he'll find Hall. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
Here we go. Here we go. 180. 11.
They're passing here. Joe Burrow. He's going to float this one deep right side. And that will be incomplete. They weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. So on 4th down, on comes the left-footed punter, Kevin Huber, to punt it away. Back deep, Jarvis Landry. 37 yards on the punt with no return. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10. Browns drive about to get started.
A 6-2 is their record through the first 8 weeks. Charles, what is your assessment for them in the second half of the season?
Well, I think when the road gets a little bit tougher for them, and when I look at their schedule, I see some of these road games, and I know those are going to be difficult. But this is a good team, so I'm going to go with 11-5. That seems about right, and I think that'd be a nice accomplishment, too.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Mayfield hands it off to Chubb. And he'll get this up only to about the 33. He got half of what he needed there, 2 yards. And it'll bring up a 3rd and 2 more. They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. And Chubb
Ain't doing nothing.
Nowhere to go. He's going to be stopped short of that 1st down marker. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1. On to punt, Jamie Gillen. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. We'll call this a 41-yard punt, 7 on the return. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10.
Here we go.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive.
And they come into this one riding that nice long win streak. And remember, next weekend is an open week for them. So if they can get the win here, a lot of momentum into that time off.
It certainly is. And if you're wondering if anybody's saying, boy, this is coming at a bad time, we want to keep playing, the answer can be yes. Because when teams are on a hot streak, they want to keep going. But with the veterans or some young guys in the locker room, an open week is always good, guys. Take it and let's go with it.
A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. I think you mentioned in the opening drive that these guys needed to establish the run, protect the young QB. Actually broke that down, believe it or not. So how did you assess things so far?
I'm kind of touched that you actually wrote something like that down. I appreciate that, partner. But I do think they've been able to do that. Maybe not as effectively as they wanted to, but I think we'll see more of as this game goes along as they want to continue to take care of that young QB.
A completion, yes, but certainly not what they wanted. A loss of a full 6 yards. Second and 16.
11 MT, Kate. 11 MT, Kate. 43. Check, 43. Danny. Mike's 43. Mike's 43. Here we go.
From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. And this is incomplete. Oh, it looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a good play, but he could not pull it in. Bengals on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 16. Burrow going to fake to mix it and now look to throw. Try to lay one up deep. And able to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. Here's Kevin Huber now as he'll kick it away for the second time. Landry now on the return. 35 yards that time on the punt. And that will come the offense as they take over. The Browns drive about to get started. And we're in the middle part of the season where each week starts to become a little more important, and especially this, Charles, being a division matchup.
Yeah, you haven't fired the starter's pistol or rang the bell lap like they do in track and field for the sprint to the finish, but you're starting to eye it, aren't you? You got to pile up those wins, put them in the left-hand column, not the L's in the right-hand column.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Handoff comes to Chubb. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. It's a gain of 10, and the Browns are going to get a 1st down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive they went 3 and out.
Patrick. Whip. Watch the whip.
Mayfield on 1st down. He's going to dump this off to his running back, Hunt. No gain on the play there. It'll be 2nd down. Minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game. As we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Mayfield swings this out for Hunt. Oh, an absolutely filthy juke. He's got some space now. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. A very solid gain of 27. A chance now to get even before the break as they come up 1st and goal. Chubb. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. They give him 5 that time as they draw a bit closer here for a 2nd and goal. When we talk about being on schedule, I think they're on schedule after that run, getting it right down there on the doorstep.
Maybe even a little bit ahead because now the defense...
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Nick Chubb, his 19th touchdown now of the season. And the Browns are on the board here in the final minute of the first half. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And we are tied here in the 2nd quarter. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Bengals drive about to get going.
And with a little under a minute to play, they may be looking to pick up some yardage here, maybe try and come up with a field goal to seize the lead before intermission.
Looking deep downfield. It's caught inside the 25. And he takes this right deep into Cleveland territory. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone.
12.
Now Burrow. They'll drop this one down and mix it. The result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves it with 2 to go on 2nd down. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half.
Two yards left on 2nd down from the 9.
Here we go. 180.
A handoff to Mixon. That leads us to a 1st and goal. It's a pickup of 8. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout. Here we go. If they hurry, we'll see. So 3 plays already 1st and goal, and they are wasting little time. Touchdown! Joe Mixon in the final seconds of the first half. And the Bengals have taken the lead. See, it seemed like they were so focused on the guys out wide, they forgot about him out of the backfield.
That's a really good point because you got to communicate, and oftentimes when you start counting receivers, that's exactly what you do. You start from the widest receiver, work your way inside. Who gets lost sometimes? The back in the backfield. That's exactly what happened there.
And he got into the end zone. The Browns drive about to get started.
And with 7 seconds remaining, not much time to really do anything.
Well, indeed, trying to run it out as they start on the ground. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. And we're going to get a timeout. With 2 seconds remaining in the 2nd quarter. The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. Final play of the half, Mayfield. They'll leave it for Hunt, complete. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. So we've reached halftime here in the Queen City, and it's the Bengals leading this one. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the 2nd half. Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now, 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll start things off with a handoff to Chubb. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
Throwing on 2nd and 3. Mayfield eluding the pressure right. And this is caught. A spectacular one-handed grab there. He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a 1st down. sisters running back Chubb. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. He was unable to shake free there. They'll cover him for a loss of a yard. 38-yard line, 2nd and 11. A give. This is Chubb. 4 yards on the pickup there as they get it back to a more manageable 3rd and 7.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot.
And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. Just what the Browns needed there. Good for a gain of 17. A first down throw for Mayfield. His throw incomplete. The intended receiver was Rashard Higgins. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD. That's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over them.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
They're able to push forward for about 4 down to the 37. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. Nice job there on the tackle. Keep him to the short gain. And, of course, he got some good news this week. He was named AFC Defensive Player of the Week from last week's effort.
And part of the reason he got that award, because of plays like that. Not every play is spectacular. Not every play is for a loss. Make the plays that are in front of you, keeping the short gains, and you pile up statistics.
Back to the ground. This time it's Chubb. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. Give 3 yards there as that will take us to 4th down.
Well, this was just simply excellent defense. On this 3rd down, they had to be alert for the possibility of a pass, but that didn't stop them at all from understanding what was going on when they decided to run the football, and they just swarmed and stopped them for almost no gain.
And that is no good.
Always disappointing when you miss a field goal, but when you're playing against a defense this good, you and I both know that's a crucial miss because you can't afford to leave any points out there. You've got to take them when you can.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And it's a room to maneuver. The 20, 10, and off the way in for a Cincinnati score. Joe Mixon, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Bengals are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. And McPherson on for the extra point. He missed one earlier, remember, but this time he gets it to go. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. Donovan Peoples-Jones now from the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The Browns drive about to get started. They had compiled a pretty long drive last time. Unfortunately, though, it ended with no points after the missed field goal.
And that can hurt the psyche of a team because as they drove downfield, you know you're never supposed to count points in your mind until they go up on the board. But let's face it, we've been there. We've seen teams before. They were counting on those points. They didn't get them. Can they come back now, start over again, and grind it out?
Flushed out right. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable. And that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that. And they force another incompletion.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. A run for Nick Chubb. And he's going to be stopped short of a first down as they get to him at about the 33. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave him with a 4th down. Running for it. Here's Chubb. And he gets Gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert.
At first glance, I actually wasn't sure that he got it, but he ended up getting it by about a full yard.
He certainly did, but it took a little effort, didn't it? Took some nice push, a little crease inside, and some determined running to make sure that he got the first down.
And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43.
65 yards on the ground for him so far.
They go with Chubb on 2nd down. Out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. That's a gain of 13 as they try to whittle away at this 13-point deficit. So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Mayfield looks to throw. Flush to his right. And his throw is going to be incomplete.
The passing windows are just not there. That's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
So 2nd and 10, 3rd quarter. Thanks for tagging along with us here from the Queen City of Cincinnati.
5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 4.
Complete. And he is going to have a Browns first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
A good pickup there, 26 yards.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. Sliding out of the pocket. And that's going to be caught for a Browns touchdown.
Anthony Schwartz
with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Browns are able to cut into this deficit here in the final minute of the 3rd. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And the lead will shrink to 6. The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Bengals drive about to get going. And they hit the home run last drive. One play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting a run here.
Parker, I love your description because when we talk about hitting the home run, we're usually thinking about a passing play. Something in the air, deep ball. But how about them just taking it big time jaunt. Now if you're coming back out, now they've established this run game, the play action pass could very well be open.
There's a ball thrown right side and complete. Try! And way in for the Cincinnati score. Jamar Chase with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Bengals are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this 3rd quarter.
McPherson on for the point after.
And the lead is now 13.
So after the made field goal, here's McPherson to send this one away. Donovan Peoples-Jones now from the end zone.
And he will be taken down here on the return on what will wind up being the final play of this 3rd quarter. 3 quarters have come and gone. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Browns drive about to get started.
And you figure after giving up that last touchdown, they trail by 2 scores here in the 4th quarter. This drive becomes very critical.
Escaping the pressure right. And he'll just get rid of it.
That's got to frustrate him a little bit because they nearly got to him there, and it would have been the first sack of the game. Instead, they're able to influence the release, and they did force the incomplete pass.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Mayfield. He's going to float this one deep right side. And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in. It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it? The secondary really put this receiving corps on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team is playing excellent defense. Great communication, no matter whether it's man or zone. And especially against deep balls, as we saw there, they're not giving up anything to him.
They'll run for it. Chung. And they're able to get this one across the 35. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. Mayfield tosses one complete to Landry. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. That's a gain of 13 as they try to whittle away at this 13-point deficit. Mayfield on play action. He's got a man wide open. It's Landry. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
Good yardage on the completion there. And when they look at the scoreboard, they do understand the field goal is not going to do them any good. My guess, they're going to press the ball downfield as far as possible, try and throw it into the end zone and get a score because they know they've got to get that done and get the ball back as quickly as possible.
They'll contain him to just 4. Second down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. 109 yards rushing now for the NFL leader coming into this ball game. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Mayfield gives this one to Hunt. Down to the 6-yard line on a pickup of 6 as he gets halfway to the goal line.
What a luxury to have a guy like this who can not only spell your starter, but can come in and keep drives going.
4 yards remain for second down. Chubb will get the call, running left. And they take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Nick Chubb with touchdown number 20 on the year. And the Browns have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away. To return it, Darius Phillips. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. Now after that last play, there's a Bengal down in the field. We'll check on his status when we get back. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. Their lead back down to 1 score after the touchdown a moment ago. First down's a must on this drive as they start out here 1st and 10. 3 yards the gain there, second down.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. The linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
They try to eat some clock with Mixon. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. 12 yards that time and a Cincinnati first down.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
Throwing now, Burrow on first down. Throw left side, complete to Chase. A gain of 6 there on first. Continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on second down. Burrow going to give this to Mixon. And a minimal gain here as he's up to about the 47-yard line.
And this is an absolutely big third down that's been set up here, partner. And there's no other way to put it. The defense has to get a stop here if they have any hopes of winning this game.
Pastor, you said big third down. I'd put the word big in capital letters here. This is 3rd and 2. Maybe the biggest play in this football game. Burrow looking to pass. That is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There's pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. A big one now, trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. They'll try and throw for it with Burrow. Got him out. It's Chase. He completes it. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first timeout. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. I'll tell you, far from ideal conditions to play in, but neither offense has had much trouble. Plenty of points to go around. 1st and 10. And a 6-yard gain gets them right around the 43. And this defense here going to burn their 2nd timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning. Six yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. And now a timeout taken here defensively with 2:07 remaining. So they'll also have the stop coming up at the 2-minute warning. As big of a play as we've had in this one so far. This is 3rd and 3. They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. And the broken tackle helps lead to a 1st down gain. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes. And we've got a 1-score game. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. It was Troy Hill that time in on the tackle.
Let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They've been able to move the ball really well on the ground the entire game. And while that wasn't a huge one, that's okay. They'll take them in short, steady bursts.
The Bengals going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So 2nd and 9, and you'd have to figure just about all 11 probably crashing the line here. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he gets it down to the 32. And now the question everyone's wondering, look at the clock, late 4th quarter, do they put the ball in the air here on 3rd?
I don't. I run the football, and I tell my offensive line, no leakage up front. I don't want my running back hit as I hand the ball off to him. I don't want any type of an issue. But if I am going to throw it, quick throw, outside perimeter, maybe one of my best receivers running a quick sling or something like that.
151 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. So this one in the win column now for the Cincinnati Bengals. And they've got to feel good about this performance. I think you'd agree, matched up against a top 5 defensive unit in the league, and they pretty much had their way.
Yeah, that was the interesting part about it, because normally when we see this defense play, they have their opportunities, and they make their plays, don't they? They knock them back on their heels. They take the ball away. They change field position. In this case, what you said is so apt. They had their way with them, took it to them, and knocked them back on their heels and surprised the heck out of them.
So for Cincinnati, the train just keeps rolling. 9-0 now to start this campaign. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for the